With senior year winding down, we all just want to grow up, and we don't even have the time to think about what we've done in the past, 12 years of our lives. We all need to take a second and just think of all the things we've accomplished. Do you remember the first time you rode your bike? Or your favorite teacher? Or your absolute favorite birthday? Here's an essay from T-Link, and T-Link is a site that lets people just publish and publicate their writing. I wish I had never grown up. It's just too sudden. It feels as if only yesterday that I had no worries. I could look back and have no regrets. I don't feel as if I had to satisfy someone for it to be okay to be me. Life is full of responsibilities. Homework, fights, grades, parents, being a teenager. When I was little, the future was so far away. I didn't give a dang about what I wanted to be when I grew up. I can think about that later. Now everything is so close. We didn't even realize the journey we've been through. We were just living. The world we knew has lost its innocence. It's gotten colder than I could remember. Our eyes have opened. As soon as you grow up, it's not the same. People around you wanting to persuade you to their customs and turn you into one of them. Friends, true friends, are harder to find. Protect yourself from the outside world. You wouldn't want to talk to anyone. How can you know for sure someone is not going to destroy you? Who will betray you? When you are a teenager, there will be times when you will be surrounded by hundreds of fake friends. They will talk behind your back. They will lie to your face. They will not truly like you. Not for who you are. There might even be times when you don't have any friends at all. But that's just a step you have to overcome to figure out who you will be the ones you are going to grow old with. Still laughing at the crazy stuff you did when you were younger. Maybe you will find them when you are way older. It's never too late to make friends. Growing up hurts. It's full of nostalgia. Remember the old cartoons you used to laugh your butt off? The times when you couldn't stay past 9 o'clock. Having that pure, untouched mind of your own. The hardest decision was what ice cream flavor you wanted. Why do some people want to run away from their childhood? The silliness, the goofiness. What happened to having a good time playing outside with your friends or siblings? They want to grow up already. They want to get out of school as soon as possible. They want to go away to college, to be away from their parents, to a new apartment, a new city. Yes, we're alone now. Yes, you can do whatever you want now. Yes, it's your house, but it's not the home you grew up in. It doesn't have that warm feeling. You may say that you are glad to be away from your nagging parents. One day they will be gone. You are getting older. They are getting older too. You'll get homesick every now and then. Your mom's old cooking. Playing with your dad outside. Once you grow up, it's gone. If I had a remote control for life, I would go back to the good times. Forward the sad times. Relive the awesome times. And pause the times that are slipping through my fingers. But time keeps. Time waits for no one. That's what memories are for. Sure, some may not be as happy as others, but they are the proof that you lived. You had a good time, you cried, you are human. Memories are with us forever, to teach us, to remind us, to show us that growing up is a part of life. You are born, you grow up, and you die. That's how it's been, that's how it will always be. In reality, there isn't pressure to grow up. I mean, why should there be? We need to live life. I mean, and other people are taking time to grow up. In an article by Lev Grossman of Time magazine, he shows us what a twixter is. I'll read that for you in the first excerpt. Social scientists are starting to realize that a permanent shift has taken place in the way we live our lives. In the past, people moved from childhood to adolescence and from adolescence to adulthood. But today, there is a new intermediate phase along the way. The years from 18 until 25 and beyond have become a distinct and separate life stage, a strange transitional neverland between adolescence and adulthood, in which people stall for a few extra years, putting off the iron cage of adult responsibility that constantly threatens to crash down on them. They're betwixt and between. You could call them twixters. In the second excerpt that I'm going to read from his article, article. It's the conclusion of what stalling growing up would do to us. Maybe the Twixters are in denial about growing up, but the rest of society is equal in the denial about the Twixters. Nobody wants to admit they're here to stay, but that's where all the evidence points. Tom Smith, director of General Social Survey, a large sociological data gathering project run by the National Opinion Research Center, found that most people believe that the transition to adulthood should be completed by the age of 26. On average, and he thinks that the number is only going up. In another 10 or 20 years, we're not going to be talking about this as a delay. We're going to be talking about this as a normal trajectory, Smith says. We're going to think about those people getting married at 18 and forming families at 19 or 20 as an odd historical pattern. If Twixters are ever going to grow up, they need the means to do it, and they will have to want to. There are joys and satisfactions that come with assuming adult responsibility. It's only 2 minutes. Now it's a poem by William Butler Yeats, and it's called When You Are Old. When you are old and gray and full of sleep, and nodding by the fire, take down this book, and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once, and of their shadows deep. How many loved your moments of glad grace, and loved your beauty with love false or true? For one man loved the pilgrim soul in you, and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bending down beside the glowing water, murmur a little sadly how love fled, and paced upon the mountains overhead, and hid his face in a crowd of stars. In conclusion, when we were smaller, all we wanted to do was grow up. Now that we're graduating, now that we're growing up, there isn't a rush to. We just need to calm down. We just need to think. Take it one step at a time.